Peace and blessings to you, wonderful people. Welcome to Richie Nirvana Love Notes channel, and I am Richie Nirvana. As is my ways, I want to say a big shout out and thank you to my current subscribers and to my incoming, or should I say, future subscribers, and to anybody who's going to listen to me or listens to me out there, and even if they don't feel called to subscribe. Although I would appreciate your subscription and support for you to like, support and share. I would very much appreciate that. Um it's technically 12 midnight. Uh some minutes past 12. I should have been in bed earlier. but I just couldn't. I received some downloads, two actually, and it kept me thinking. And the logical mind wanted me to just sleep and just pen down my thoughts, the download by daybreak. But then the other mind, call it my spiritual or call it my spiritual or soul or inner mind or inner knowing, wants me to pen it down and let it fully develop. Because sometimes you wake up the next morning and you can't really remember your train of thought. So here I am, and from penning it down to this is what I would love to say. I would love to share this because I feel called to share and share like I've been saying, this journey is not just for me, but for other people out there who are also growing through life, going through life, and also rediscovering themselves. Anyways, so from penning down my the downloads, the thoughts, the inner knowing, the inner knowing. I had the inner nudge to record this as well. I actually thought I was done recording this week and would just stick to making short video out of the quotes that I write, the prayers, the affirmations, the declarations that I write. If you haven't seen them, please head to the short section of my channel and watch them. So, one of the downloads that I received that I'm called to share deeply more than the other, I mean, tonight, I would be reading out the downloads to you. And this was also triggered by a conversation that I had with someone close uh, the other day, not too long ago. But sometimes you receive downloads from different things, various methods, from movies, from books, from conversations, from music. God talks to you, God of the universe, however you want to um, see it, or whatever you want to call it, or higher power, universe, God speaks to you in so many different ways. Um, so yeah, but tonight the download was heavy and I just could not ignore it. So I'm going to read it out and then just share some of my thoughts that comes up with, whatever I read out. So it goes. Sometimes the people closest to you are the last to realize your metamorphosis. They are too close to behold you as a spectacle, perhaps blinded by familiarity or held by its contempt. I'm not sure if you're familiar with familiarity breeds contempt. So, but that is what is meant here. Held by its contempt. So perhaps they're held by familiarity's contempt. So why this is so, you may never know. Maybe it's the natural order of things, habitual perception, or a test of faith. But what you must know is that the purpose won't fulfill itself. nor will a river stop flowing because the rock refuses to make room for it. The sun does not need permission to shine, and like the river, you must continually curve a new path forward in the face of invalidation. Let your light shine and your spirit flow as the divine wills it. I would be reading that again in case I, fumbled some words. Sometimes the people closest to you are the last to realize your metamorphosis. They are too close to behold you as a spectacle, perhaps blinded by familiarity or held by its contempt. Why this is so, you may never know. Maybe it is the natural order of things, habitual perception, or a test of faith. But what you must know is that the purpose won't fulfill itself, nor will a river stop flowing because the rock refuses to make room for it. The sun does not need permission to shine. And like the river, you must continually curve a new path forward in the face of invalidation. Let your light shine and your spirit flow as the divine wills it. So I hope this resonates with someone or gives someone the courage and the strength that they need to keep pursuing their purpose, to keep moving forward in the face of invalidation from people close to them, from family, even friends. Um, it's maybe we'll never know. Maybe I'll never know why this is so. Because it would make sense, right, for the people who are close to you, closest to you, to to cheer you on, to be your first cheerleaders, to be the first people who believe in you. Some people are lucky to get that, while others are not privileged to get that. Why? Like I said, we may never know. Maybe it's the order of things, the natural order of things being it's just normal that people who are closer to you don't see the phenomenon that you are, or the spectacle that you are. They see you so much, they see you every day that you're just who you are. You're just, what they know you as, nothing. You're just nothing special. Like, I see her every day. We eat every day. Oh, we share the same bed. Oh, really? You know. I don't know why I saw something funny. Was it a meme about how, you visit your friend at work and then you see people, respecting them, calling them boss or ma'am or madam, and you're like, are you kidding me? It's funny, but look at it this way. You the person just cannot for the life of them accept or realize or see that their friend is truly a boss, outside their relationship, you know, that their friend is all that. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So again, to look into the download that I received, which are the words that I wrote, is to maybe it's habitual perception. I'm not sure if you're familiar with habitual perception. I'm suddenly getting tongue tied, but I'm gonna say this. I was called to share this, so I have to share it. Whether I stutter or mispronounce words, I still would share it. So yeah, habitual perception. I think similar to what I explained is like they they're used to seeing you as you, that they can for the life of them see you as grand or spectacular outside their relationship or their connection with you. They like over familiarity. I hope I explained the habitual perception well. If anybody else has a different explanation for that, please feel free to share in the comment section. I'm new here, but I would love to connect with you all. I mean, that's why I'm here on here to make new connections. I believe in the power of interconnectedness. We are all connected one way or the other. Even people who are not within the physical environment as you are. People you might never see, but we are all connected one way or the other. So moving on, yeah, perhaps it is a test of faith that like, would you say that your purpose is your purpose? Would you believe in your purpose? Would you believe that the divine gave you this purpose, whatever it is, this identity for a reason, this gift for a reason, this spiritual, creative or expression or so expression? Would you believe in it if nobody believes in it? If nobody around you believe in it, if nobody around you champions you, if nobody around you validates you, if nobody claps for you or pats you on the back, would you still believe in the gift that you have been given? Would you still see your purpose as it is? Would you still believe in your purpose? Would you still believe that um you have a gift, or that you have a soul or creative or spiritual expression? Or would you still believe that God, who gave you this dream, this vision, this gift, this purpose, or the universe, however you want to call it, that gave this to you, has a reason for giving it to you, and would continue to support you even when humans does not support you? Yeah, so that's that. That is that. So that will be all for tonight. I really came on here real quick. I just couldn't sleep. Maybe now I can sleep better. It's currently um the time is 12:28 a.m. Wednesday, November 12th. I received the download. The download came heavy shortly after I saw 11:11 p.m. on 11/11, which is technically yesterday. Like I said, this download, like a glimpse of it, came to me from the conversation I had with somebody recently, where they told me that my creative expression, my soul expression as I call it, or spiritual expression as I call it, you know, um, in their way isn't all that, or they can't feel the spark. When I heard it, I smiled, and I'm glad for the grace to be able to be open minded, which is to be able to positively receive critique without having feeling the need to fight, or question, or even defend myself. When I heard it, I just smiled and I processed it. I processed it. And for me, like I said, I'm open to the critic, because I wasn't hurt, I wasn't angry, I wasn't shocked. Neither was I expecting that, from this person close to me. However, um, I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Where was I? Where was I? Bear with me. I'm going to get this out, no matter what. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was saying that I wasn't expecting, neither was I shocked. Yeah. So, however, yes, now I have my train of thought. See, my throat chakra. I can't seem to speak properly again. So, yeah, what was I? So, I wasn't expecting that. Neither was I shocked. And I was open minded to it, because maybe not. They may be right. They may be not. Sometimes, no man is an island. I have benefited from people closest to me, and people who are not so dear to me put me onto something, help me see something else clearly, share their wisdom with me. I don't know it all. Matter of fact, I am a baby. I am still learning, and I would continue to learn. There is a fast um what's the word, opportunity, or I don't know if I'm saying it right, for my mind to grow and expand, from what I think I know. Few years ago, who I am now, that I'm seeing, that is blooming, that is metamorphosing, is something that seemed like fantasy. When I'm talking about my gift of vision, my gift of intuition, of inner knowing, of thinking something and then it happening, of being psychic, if I were to, call it in English terms, like being able to dream about things happening and then things actually happening. Like I'm talking clairvoyance, premonition, such and such. So who would have thought? So yeah, definitely I'm hoping to learn it from people, and on this journey of me growing into who I am or who I was meant to be, I've met people such as myself and people even far advanced than I am, that I'm open to learning a thing or two from them. I'm always eager to learn. I'm before I started this YouTube page, I'd be on here listening to other YouTubers, other tarot readers, other spiritual readers, or not just that alone, but things that piques my interest or curiosity, gives my mind something to think about, for it to expand. Anyways, where was I? So yeah, maybe they were right, maybe they were not right. I'm talking about the person that said what they said. So maybe they were right, maybe just some touches here or there is needed for me to fully evolve or metamorphose into a butterfly. Maybe not. So, but for me, how I felt immediately was there's the spark is there. I can feel it, even though sometimes because you're not loudly being applauded like the other people, or maybe you don't have enough views or what have you. You sometimes have feeling of fear creeping, like, am I actually meant for this? Do I actually got this? Can I actually pull this off? Feeling like a fraud sometimes, or imposter syndromes, all of which I'm coming into terms with, and finding the grace to hold space for such feelings too, because they are normal, they're natural, as long as they don't cripple me. So yeah, where was I? But instantly I felt in my mind, I said, no, I can see the touch, I can see the spark, I can feel my own spark. And that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Whoever's listening to me, I pray no matter what life throws at you, that you are able to feel your own spark and see your own light, because sometimes you are all that you need to push on, to keep on pushing. You have to believe in yourself when nobody does. So, of course, and then what do we do when we ourselves cannot believe in ourselves? So, even when we have days of doubt or fear, or days that fear creeps in, I pray that whoever is listening to me, that you're given divine grace to be able to keep believing in yourself, to keep pushing on, to keep championing yourself, to keep patting yourself on the back, to keep giving yourself your flowers, the same, to keep giving yourself the same grace that you so kindly give out to people easily, the same flowers that you so kindly give out to people easily. I pray that you have the divine grace to be able to give them to yourself, in the face of invalidation. Um, I did say I wasn't going to take forever. So I want to make this quick. Where was I? So yeah, for me, I was like, yeah, I can feel the torch, I can feel the spark. Matter of fact, although when before I started to post like full videos, long videos, and record with my voice, I was filled with fear, trepidation, like uncertainty of the unknown. Because I said in my first video, I tried YouTube channel a couple of years back, a different channel, and things didn't go as planned or as wanted, and took a fall, a big one, and then focused on surviving there on until recently, well, when the gift kept pulling me back. And like I said, my first video, I couldn't fight it, I had to leave it, because even if life took me away from this gift, this purpose, this creative, spiritual, and soul expression, life can never take it out of me. It's only but a matter of time for my light to shine. And I pray that whoever's listening to me, that no matter what life throws at you, your light continues to shine, that you continue to bloom against all odds. You know, that you're held, that you continue to be held by the grace, by a grace that is beyond your sufficiency. Amen. So yeah, I'm back on here now, and then I'm proud of myself every day, even though sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know, does I hope I'm not playing around. Is this for me? You sometimes have imposter syndrome. You sometimes fear that this might not be all, like, will I be heard? Will I be seen as I would love to? not because I want validation, but because I know somebody out there deserves to hear me. So I pray and I manifest that people that needs to hear this comes across this. I don't care how long it takes. um I pray that people that needs to feel that they're not alone, that their voice is heard, that they matter, whether or not they're receiving validation. I pray that this meets them, that they come across this. So yeah, I'm proud of myself, for how far that I've come. Even sometimes when it's hard to not see it, but I'm proud. So yeah, for me, when I heard it, I'm like, nah, I don't quite believe that. I can feel the spark and I can feel the touch, and some days, on more days than less. I don't know if I said that right. That's all that matters. For you to look in the mirror and like, yeah, I'm badass. I am that woman, or I am that man. So I pray that no matter what you encounter in your life, no matter how backed up against the wall that you are, no matter how the odds are stacked against you, that you're able to look in the mirror, that you're able to look at yourself and be reminded by the power of God that you are that woman, you are that man, you are that kid, you are all that and more. You are enough, you're worthy, you're loved, you're divine, you're called, you're useful. Amen. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, nah, actually I'm all that. Actually, I can feel the spark, and that's all that matters to me, not what the person said. And in my mind, I feel like, yes, someday they will see that the spark was always there. The spark has always been there. Nothing was missing. Or yeah, the spark has always been there. They probably they probably were too familiar to me to see, what I am right now, who I am right now, as a spectacle. Because I'm like, I bet if this was somebody else and not me, you will be seeing the touch and the spark. So sometimes familiarity does breed contempt, and then people become blind to what they see because it's too close. So yeah, and that's okay too. That's okay too. And it could be a test of faith, because if you look at biblical figures or people, not to make it religious, or even not just the Bible, the Quran, the prophets, people, religious people that have been recorded in history, they when some of them went through, excuse me, such tests where their family members can seem to think they're all that, and they had to go far and wide, and then for them to live out their purpose, before it all clicks with their family members. So yeah, but all is well that is well, and by the grace of God, all is well with us. All is well with His people, and I think it is enough. I know that it is enough to be of righteous mind, and the rest will fall in line. So, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep it short tonight. So I pray for everybody listening to me, including myself, that we continue to be upheld, uplifted by the divine, that we continue to have the divine strength, the resilience, divine wisdom to recognize our own light, to see our own spark, and to continue to push forward, to flow forward as the divine wills it against all odds. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much. This is still Reaching Nirvana. And to whoever is just joining, please head to my short video session and watch them. You never know, you might find something that resonates with you there. And watch my long videos as well. I always say I'm trying to make them short, but they end up being longer than I intended. So please bear with me and understand me. And if anybody has anything to share from this video or the previous videos, I would appreciate you to share with me in the comment section. Like I said, I would love to bond and to connect with you. This also strengthens your spirits as well. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings to you. Peace. Bye.